Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I made a video, but I did have a haul recently where I found a bunch of Monster High and Ever After High dolls at the thrift shop. So I cleaned them up and I just wanted to share with you kind of the befores and afters to show you what they looked like and the potential that a secondhand doll can have. They might look kind of ratty and gross if you come across one at the thrift shop or flea market, but with a little bit of care, they can be restored to look pretty nice after that. Also in the video, I'm going to show you guys a few new Barbies that I've collected recently. So let's get started. Now, I didn't film the actual makeover part, and I didn't film what they looked like before, so this is everybody all cleaned up. I'm not showing you their faces yet because I don't want to give it away, but first we're going to start over here with, this is a Holly O'Hare doll all the way to the left, and she is a doll that we previously had. She's Sweet Treats Holly, or I forget the line exactly that she was called, but she was my daughter's doll and she was looking pretty rough, so I cleaned her up, and here is what she looked like before. So as you can see, her hair was really messy. We have her dress and her shoes somewhere, but I couldn't find them in time to make the video. So here's what she looks like now. Yeah, so she turned out pretty well. And her doll line name is Sugar Coated Holly. I couldn't remember that before, but she was a pretty easy fix. Her hair was very tangled and ratty. And obviously, if you guys are Ever After High collectors, you'll know that she's not in her correct outfit. I put her in, and this is Fairest on Ice, Duchess's dress, and Duchess's purse, and I think the shoes are one of the fairest of all, the bedtime dolls. I think they were Apple's shoes. I can't remember though. I just grabbed something so I can make the video. But yeah, all she needed was a wash, condition, and a boil wash. And she's good to go. Okay, so next up we came across a Picture Day Abby Abominable. She's the next one in line there. Accessory-wise, she was actually in really great condition. She had everything. She had her ring. I don't know if she's totally complete, and I do have a double of her already that I had bought, on my own, and I haven't compared her to that one yet. But here's what she looked like before. So Abby turned out pretty well also. I did have a hard time getting her bangs to lay straight, so I kind of just settled with some curtain bangs. And she needed a lot of work on her hair. Her hair actually didn't look too horrible when we first started the process, but after the first boil wash, a lot of the glue began to seep out of her hair. And the bottom especially was really hard, and it was really sticky and tacky. So I think I had to do 4 glue treatments on her just to get her looking like this. And there's still even maybe a tiny bit of glue left. It probably just keeps seeping out of her head each time I get her in hot water. But she's good for now, and she's really cute. Again, this is a double for me, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her yet. I may donate or sell her, or keep the doll and put her in a new fashion pack. I'm not sure yet, but she looks awesome. Okay, so next up is probably the most rough one we found, which is Monster High Posea Reef. And she was like literally at the bottom of this bin. My daughter found her. She was dirty. She was just really gross, but I didn't have her yet, so I decided we would take her and see what we could do with her. So here's what she looked like before. So as you can see, her hair was really bad. It was gluey. It was just awful. It was probably the worst Monster High hair I've ever seen. She also didn't have a ton of her original accessories. She just came with her shirt and her cuffs. But this is what she looked like after. So she probably had the most stunning transformation of all, I would say. Her hair looks totally beautiful now. The glue treatment I used on her worked really nicely. I think I only had to do her maybe 2 times, 2 or 3. I probably did her 3 times to be safe. But her hair is really nice now and smooth and detangled. and just so much better than what it was. It's amazing how just a little bit of cleanup can really restore these dolls back to their beautiful selves. I didn't give her any kind of hairstyle yet, and this doll is actually fairly cheap still on Amazon, so I might actually buy one in box and then do a body change for her to give her a regular body, so she can be like her land version, I guess. I've seen people do that on Instagram, so that might be fun to do. Okay, next up, we also came across a Jane Boolittle doll at the thrift shop. She was with Abby, and she also was pretty complete. She didn't have her sloth or her staff, but she had her earrings, her necklace. All her neck pieces were still tied on with elastic. And this is what she looked like before. Okay, so she did not really need too much help. She was in great shape before she arrived. But I did wash and condition her hair. I did a quick boil wash just on her ponytail, and it didn't really straighten it or anything, but it did make it a little bit more sleek, I guess you could say. Now, ideally, I would have liked to do some littler curls on her using straws or something, just to give her more of a wild sort of jungle girl look, but I just didn't have time right now. Eventually I will. And Jane is also a double for me, so in reality I might totally change her hairstyle up, because her original one, you know, I already have looking like this. So yeah, she was a really fun find. She's such a pretty doll. She came with so many cool accessories, and this was one of the first dolls that I collected, because that's kind of when I discovered Monster High. I came a little late to the game, 2014. But yeah, here's Jane. And then with those other two Monster Highs, I also came across a Ghouls Alive Claudine. And I don't have her already. And she also was in pretty good shape. Her Ghouls Alive function doesn't work anymore, but her hair was a little bit messy. So again, she was a very minimal cleanup. And here's what she looked like before. So also Claudine didn't need much help. She just needed a wash. I gave her a boil wash and a condition as well. Her hair looks really pretty and shiny. She didn't have any glue issues, which was nice. No gel or glue issues. Yeah, so I like how she turned out as well. She has kind of a weird thing going on though on her head, so I tried to style her bangs in a center part like that just to kind of hide that a little bit. So her little howling function doesn't really work anymore. I think it needs batteries, but so yeah, she's my only Ghouls Alive doll. So it's fun to have one in the collection. And then lastly, with those other three dolls, Abby, Jane, and Claudine, I also came across a Wave 1 Raven. And I do have Wave 1 Raven already, but how can you pass up another Wave 1 Raven? Ooh, that's a tongue twister. But anyway, she was also looking pretty good. She was pretty complete. Whoever had those dolls before didn't really look like they played with them, but I don't think they were collectors. Otherwise, they wouldn't have donated these really nice dolls to a thrift shop. Maybe they would have. I don't know. But anyway, here's what she looked like before. So she was looking pretty good. Her hair was very gluey though, so she needed a glue treatment and a wash. And here's what she looked like after. So Raven did pretty well also. As you can see, she still has some marks on her forehead, which I need to get out the OxyClean and do some spot removal with her. But here where I live, we're in the middle of winter, so it's kind of random when we're going to get a really nice long sunny day. So I might save that for a little bit farther into spring, so I can guarantee a few days of sunniness so we can get rid of that spot. But otherwise, I did have to work on her hair quite a bit as well. She, again, was one of those that I didn't expect to have really bad glue, but once I started doing boil washes on her, it sort of like triggered that glue seepage. So she needed quite a few glue treatments. And if you guys are wondering when I say glue treatments what I mean, I'll link a tutorial below this video to 1,000 Splendid Dolls. She told us recently about OxyClean, and I have definitely seen some amazingness when it comes to getting rid of the glue. You may have to do it a few times, but it seems to work pretty well. So I restyled her hair back into the original hairstyle, and I also have her already. So again, I may do something different with her hair and customize her a little bit just to give her some uniqueness. But overall, she turned out great, and she still has a lot of her accessories. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this type of review, the thrifty cleanup review style. And I guess I'm going to save my Barbie haul for a different video just so that this one doesn't get too long. But anyway, I hope you guys have the best of luck if you are looking for Monster High and Ever After High at the thrift shops. I think a lot of the hype has faded, and a lot of people seem to be moving on and donating their collections or selling them on eBay. So I hope you guys come across the ones that you want, and I hope I do too. All right, we'll see you in the next video.